Yeah, we out here on the way to go meet the rest of the UK chapter of the NFAC. So yeah, we're out here just getting a little footage for major TV and.
Let's talk. I said there's power in these words, so let's talk. Let's talk. I said there's power in these words, so let's talk. Yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. If I don't talk to you, a treasure in this message, so I gotta drop a couple jewels. Did it for my people, need some guidance, and they seek it true. Tired of propaganda, and they sick of being lied to. There's power in these words, so let's talk. Yeah. So let's talk. I said there's power in these words, so let's talk. Yeah. So let's talk. I said there's power in these words, so let's talk. Yeah. So let's talk. I said there's power in these words, so let's talk. So let's talk. So let's talk. I said there's power in these words, so let's talk. Yeah. So let's talk. I said there's power in these words, so let's talk. Yeah. So let's talk. Sharing knowledge like college, corruption and all the violence. We talk about all our problems, we turn our words into power. When all our heroes is dying, the media making them monster. Black leaders stripper, they honor like history, they rewrite it. There's power in these words, so let's talk. Yeah. So let's talk. I said there's power in these words, so let's talk. Yeah. So let's talk. I said there's power in these words, so let's talk. Yeah. So let's talk. I said there's power in these words, so let's talk. Let's talk. I said there's power in these words, so let's talk.
Hey, my people, what's going on? This is Major TV. Let's talk. Hey, how y'all? Let me know y'all in the building. I see 10 people already viewing live. Let me know what's going on. It's Major TV. Let's talk. Side on lower black injury, along with taking care of some personal business and what have you. But I'm back and I'm ready to communicate with y'all on some real stuff, having a real conversation about things that affect us every day. So we'll welcome you in. I say shalom, peace and blessings, and good day. Shalom, Shamika, how you doing? Thank you. Thank you for coming in and checking this live. I appreciate you a lot. How y'all doing out there? I see 11 people. If you're on the live, come on in. Let me know y'all in the building. You don't have to say much. Just come in and let me know you're here. Got stuff to talk about. We have some stuff to talk about. How y'all doing out there? What's going on? For the last minute live, I decided to do something a bit different, but I had to get into this kind of conversation. And I appreciate y'all viewing. All right, what's up, Gary? How you doing, man? How you doing, brother? What's up? Gary Branch? Black Love Made TV. Let's talk. You and the key all day, every day, brother. Right, the real truth. Shanna, love and light, sister. What's up? What's up? Thank you for tuning in. I love my people. Nicole Gibson. She wish everybody the best. Same to you, sister. Y'all come on, y'all hang with me, yo. I won't keep it up too late. I don't have to work in the morning and stuff like that, but you know. I'm trying to get. I don't know what I move. All right. Antoinette Malone, how you doing? Interesting credit report listening. Okay, cool. Um, I'm gonna just touch on some stuff, right? I'm just gonna touch on stuff. I plan on teaching credit, but I want to do a more of a private setting. Type thing is a number to talk about it. Go in detail about credit and what have you. There's a lot of stuff online, but detail stuff about credit, detail stuff about business. So I can use my own business and, for example, whatnot. But I'm building a channel and what have you. But I'm eventually go directly to talking about credit and whatnot, real soon. I'm just trying to get organized and stuff like that, and really like make time for y'all for real. Shamika said, I'm a good brother. Just be talking people in my community like not joining trying to turn me to we. That's what's up, and that's our job. That's our job. Trust me, that's our job to do our part. But tonight we're gonna talk about some that I feel like important because for a lot of us as people, we got the raw in the deal, and we still getting the raw in the deal. I just think that we just understand when there's a lot of stuff that we know about. There's a lot of stuff that's very visible. There's a lot of stuff that we put out there, right, as black people, and I don't think we be conscious of we be saying and what have you. And I want to talk about it, So, how y'all going out there? And now I apologize. This is really live wrong. I said 12 this afternoon, 12:30. So it wasn't so I just something I just wanted to do was on my mind. And I want to talk about understanding more credit and black people disconnect, And it's not like it's something that black people don't care about. I think most people have been discouraged. I think mostly because the black community did this. Those who straight, they didn't come back on their and say it for black people. And it was the doors just was I really believe we because right now in this day and age there's opportunity out here. I don't care what nobody say. It's opportunity. If you don't know, they say a closed mouth will get fed. But a lot of us are so talented we can create our own thing. Olivia, how you doing? Shalom, how you doing, sister? Well, let's let our queen know that the most powerful piece on chessboard. Of course, queen can do anything on the chessboard. The king can only go left, right, north, south, east, west. Queen can go everywhere, for real. So y'all definitely the backbone without charging no civilization. Tam the building, what's up, Tam? How you doing? Shalom, sister, what's up? I hadn't responded to your email, but I did get your email. I've just been busy and I've been going through some of my back. So let's talk about some stuff, right? Let me see where I'm gonna start at. Look, we're talking about understanding black people. We're talking about understanding money, credit, and black people disconnect. We're talking about understanding money, credit, and black people disconnect. And I'm throwing history at y'all now too, and I'm painting a picture, right? I'm really gonna paint a picture to y'all, and I just need y'all to just open up a little bit and digest what I'm about to say, because everything has historical significance, right? Everything has some kind of historical significance. A lot of time we're so used to talking about things and rambling, but we have to see the picture. It's like when I talk to you or when you're talking to someone, You want to paint a picture. You're not just trying to just talk to them. You're really trying to show them something, right? So I got some stuff I'm gonna read, some stuff I'm gonna show you. And there's a print I'm getting to you. How you doing, Nina? Jumbo, sister. I see that there. How you doing, sister? Shalom. My brother Roland, how you doing? Peace. Blessings. How you doing, brother? In this picture I'm gonna show, I gotta understand, let y'all know what's going on. And some stuff I'm going a little far back. And we're just dealing with the states. We just dealing with the United States. We're just dealing with, understand there's a dark cloud in the black community, especially the black community that don't know no better about currency that we play with every day, these dollars and cents we deal with, credit. There's a lot of stuff we know it, we hear about it. Some was not as familiar. Some was don't even be bothered with it. I want to bring it all together. We can understand our situation. Because though we've been denied, we've been excluded and targeted, we've never been out the game. We've never been to the point where we still can press forward. And that's something that's going to be so important we understand from this day moving forward. We have to understand that just because somebody say no, just because things seem like it's a little harder, that it's not over. And that's what we forget. And a lot of times, just because I have a bad experience, I can tell all y'all, man, if this ain't gonna work and this ain't good for you and don't believe so and so in them. And that's bad in our community. Just because you have a bad experience, or I have a bad experience, that don't mean the next person gonna have that bad experience. And just because we have these bad experiences don't mean that we can't bounce from it. Because every time I was told no, and I was told no for everything, I was able to get all that back. And I'm gonna tell y'all about something I seen, and it was crazy. I seen this documentary, and I'm gonna let y'all know about it a little later on if I can remember, because I got so much to talk about. But thank you Bones for coming in. Shalom, Aaron, shalom. Appreciate y'all for real. Thank you. I know y'all could be in y'all bed. Y'all could be reading a book, watching a movie. Y'all can be out or what have y'all decide to come with me and come in my world and see what's going on. But I just have to let y'all know what's going on. I'm not specifically talking about teaching credit right now. I'm gonna teach credit later. It's gonna be a private type thing. I don't want to do a lot of things. When people really sign up and be serious about learning about credit, serious learning about one sort of business. Because there ain't nowhere in the world, the lineage that we come from, just in the States, and we know we come from the motherland, we have this some marvelous things in the United States. I mean, and I'm gonna glance over, but we come from such a great people, right? Just in our lineage in the United States and how great we've been, it's sad to see we've been reduced down to, and I have to really touch on that. I really have to go there. Peace, shalom, K Money. I see you, NFAC, in the building. Ella Lucas, what's up, shalom, sister? Let's get it. So, let's get with it, huh? Okay. Black people after slavery always about getting to the money. Always. We know about in them cotton fields when they was working hard and everything they had to do to survive, even when they wasn't paid money. But we always had this burning desire to show white people, everybody, we hard workers, despite we've been enslaved, despite how we mistreated. We're going to make sure our family are right? But we have to understand that, I'm going to break this down because it's so much to get into, right? But I just had to say that I just want you to have the mindset about black people. See how you see the Asians? See how you see the Mexicans? See how you see all these people that's coming over here that's just really just showing out like they about getting. That's how black people was, because just like these other youths trying to prove to the United States that they about getting money, they this and they that. Black people like that back then, because they forever was trying to remove the mental stand of white people looking at us as slaves, N-word, and everything else bad they call us, right? Black people forever was about that. Not too much of trying to show out, but just showing them we can take care of our own, right? So we have to understand that we're dealing with the government, right? Because we understand the Constitution wasn't written for us. We understand that. I see it. Let's how you doing. Let's see. Peace. We know that the Constitution was wrote for us, right? We understand that. That's not an argument. But once they abolished slavery on the 13th Amendment and came with the 14th Amendment and so forth, so on, right? It included us. So we got to remember we're dealing with now. We're dealing with a government, right? That's supposed to be for the people. That beat Britain, got the independence, right? And they was trying to get all together and what have you. And I remember, right, hearing Farrakhan speak. I want to say when I went to Chicago for Savings Day, that Farrakhan was speaking about this, and I did some research, and he was saying that a lot of people think Abe Lincoln was killed because he freed the slaves, right? Allegedly, you know the story about that. But he talked about the money, the issue with the money, right? Banks was trying to control the Civil War, and they were trying to control the economy, right? So I'm going way back to just bring y'all some. I'm going through some stuff, right? And I'm gonna share y'all something. So a little something that was written by Abe Lincoln, right? And how messed up it was. Hold on one second. Okay. Now, I'm right here. I don't see if you can see my cursor now. Lincoln was forced to watch this country fall under complete control of free trade fraction. Instead of government fostering industrial development, aging out the slave plantation system, plantation cotton, supported by an industrial bank in New York and London, it spread westward and dominated national politics. The banking system itself was unregulated, chaotic swindle. Each bank printed its own, redeeming what it would. There was no national currency. Bank fad speculation exploded in 1857, collapsing much of the factories. What did I do? And we have to understand during this time, right? I want to move that paper. I'm so sad. My bad. I want to take the thing way now. But we have to remember around this time when it came down to what Abe Lincoln was intended to do, it brought a reality to what I can say is, I'm gonna say it best. John D. Rockefeller said this: I don't care what the president is. He said, let me control the currency. And you know what that means, right? That means that he don't care who's the president, who is control, who's saying this, that. If I got the money, I'm gonna control everything. And what the bank was trying to do back then was basically, not only was they just corrupt and just on some swindling, cutthroat type stuff, they was really trying to control people. They was really doing what they want to do. When the minister was talking about this, right? And then I did research over the years and what have you, and I was like, okay, cool. Now we're looking at a situation whereas when blacks in slavery, right? And coming out of slavery, this country was already chaotic with the nation just, I mean, from all angles, taking advantage of the people. The government by the government, same. We see today Well, how these politicians are so corrupt and irritated, and people not really know how to count a lot of stuff they do that's illegal. That was wrong back then. And we have to understand that. Right? We have to understand that this is a situation where United States literally just came out of a war. What, over 100 years away? And they're still trying to find the identity to allow the banks to come in there and then do what they do, and at the same time control the bank. The politicians back then, they was doing this. It was really trying to stop that, right? And it's definitely when they definitely invaded the Civil War and was controlling the Civil War. That's when first time we were speaking about it, showed where it wasn't about just freedom of state. He was actually trying to eliminate the currency at the time to stop what he's seen the banks taking over, right? And what happened after that, right? After that, you had what? That crash in the 1930s, right? Great Depression. Where what? Deal? Let's go to New Deal right quick. Go to New Deal. Quick search. The New Deal was a series of programs, public projects, financial reforms, and regulations enacted by President Franklin D. Roosevelt in the United States between 1933 and 1939. Major financial programs include civil. I don't want to say all that. That's really important. Let me go down. Support the farmers, unemployed youth, elderly. New Deal included new constraints, safeguards of the banking industry, and efforts to re-inflate the economy after prices had fallen sharply. The New Deal program included both laws passed by Congress as well as President James order during the first term of President Roosevelt. This program focused on historians refer to as the 3 R's: relief for the unemployed, the poor, recovery, economy back to normal, and reform the financial system to prevent a repeat depression. The New Deal produced a political realignment, making the Democratic Party majority as well as the party that held the White House for 7 presidential terms from 1933 to 1969, with its basic liberal ideas the South by big city machines, newly empowered labor unions and various ethnic groups. And they speak about the split, right? And I really need to kind of like get to what I really wanted to read, because it kind of like babbled on a little bit, right? But the goal I wanted to show is the fact that the New Deal actually talk about how bad the Great Depression was, right? And how the banks played a major part with having banks doing investments, having investment companies, all that within it. And Roosevelt had to split all that up, right? Because they were just so out of hand, taking chances on betting on stuff that was very speculative and really wasn't a situation where it would safeguard jobs and whatnot. There's so much detailed information about it that this would make you think, right, that the government allowed the bank to basically take control of not only just the economy, but the people itself. So the workload and everything that people was relying on actually became an actual detriment, right? When the Great Depression took place, right, you got to remember you had black towns and everything still thriving, black towns that was doing pretty good despite that. And so we think about the government, right, and its role with the people. We know that because of racism and what have you, and how black people was actually trying to make some kind of headway in the United States and what have you, because we can easily talk about. Hold on one second. We can easily talk about Black Wall Street, right? And we know Black Wall Street is the most thriving black community across the United States. But we had a bunch of black communities that created their own situation from the ground up. And imagine how hard it was. We talking about 1920s. That wasn't too hard. But for slavery had been after slavery had been abolished. So just imagine the progress of these black people. And see, we forget the fact that they were bombed. We forget the fact that, and I said, I know we know about them, so we forget the fact what all they went through. How you black people, now even though we know Black Wall Street didn't come back, but black people still survived all that. Right? We survived all that. So now we're dealing with a situation whereas black people have shown not only can they overcome some of those, I mean, let's be realistic with black people dealing with back then. Let's just keep this in mind, because when you look at Black Wall Street, you can't, and these black cities that have grown and developed and really outdid what white people thought was probably impossible, right? That even probably some black people at that time probably was impossible. Black communities like Wall Street did this. We can't forget what was going on at the time. Let's be very real about this. We can't forget what was going on at the time. I have to show this. Y'all know what I'm about to show y'all. Can't forget what had been going on. You can't lead them out. You can't lead them out, right? You can't lead them out, right? The Ku Klux Klan, people don't realize it was a reason why they didn't want black people to vote. It was a reason why they didn't want black people to have nothing. And the government catered to them because what? The government was white as well. Well, black people were unscathed by all that. They were still focused on surviving and overcoming what they went through. We keep making it seem like if we live like that, we ain't nowhere near how them people live, right? And it's kind of like saying that what our people been through back then really wasn't as serious as we're going through now. How hear people talk, right? How people be like, oh, things are way, way better. But a lot of time, you know what the Ku Klux Klan did? They do the same they do now. They put fear in you first. Now they're trying to stop you because a lot of the psychological and spiritual that we deal with, right? But we don't be realizing that at the end of the day, we already been brainwashed. We already been put in some people not even know how to move forward. And we even say to ourselves, what can and what can't be done? And it baffles me because I'm a living testimony. A lot of good things happen to me, right? And I hear people talk, I mean, even the black conscience, people I know I'm cool. They'll tell me all that, they'll even get in an argument with me. They'll turn around and say, man, Can you help me with this? Can you show me this? I'm like, we were just fussing a week ago about it. But my point is, I'm not gonna know everything. But I'm not scared to sit down and read and study and understand what's going on. And see, what I'm talking about today, I'm trying to hit home to some things that we have to really understand what's going on. Because we talk about the past and we acknowledge the greatness, but we still understand the disconnect what's going on today. Because we not those people. We not those people back then we are now. We not hell on their butt. Because a lot of us already has counted ourselves out. A lot of us already tapped out. Because we don't even really see that right now, white people, that institution set up to work against us, not as meant. Grandma J said it best. They got away from worrying about the physical. They called them to putting the chains on the brain. And he was trying to free your mind. All that's in my mentions that be shouting Grandma J, what have you, you know it's true what I'm saying, because why? Grandma J said something that you didn't know. It's not like Grandmaster J because he's a black and he stood up and told white folks what's going on and hey, this was going to happen if y'all don't stop. And they just out. Look at us now and look where we at. Look at me myself. I mean, I've got so I realized like most got likes. I got likes. We have to understand that the banking system has always been for us. It has never been for the people. Never. And fight with the government, banking system been going on for years, right? And we have to understand that we have to realize that not just black people in general, it doesn't work for us. But because of the race game, and we know how white people, most of black people, you don't know this will be on guard and be like, look, I can't trust them and I can't trust you, right? At the same time, there's stuff in the fine print we need to be aware of. And as I'm talking and what have you, and as things come together, you have to see that the things that's still working around you, that's horrible. That things around is very, very that you can attain. But as long as you just trying to what's being said, because see, with all that being said, they have to be able to put back in, because without us, a lot of people will be jacked. You ain't trying to get jacked. And a lot of times, I mean, you can know like something is wrong. You can know they're lying, but you don't know what to do about it. Because why? All the different entities that's a part of the government, they paid all by different companies through lobbyists. So it's like, now I got to figure this out. And my thing is, we are too smart to not to figure this out. Because we don't have black millionaires by accident. We don't have born to be by accident. And all of them are not cool. All is not what you may think they are. Just because they may not be speaking the way we speaking on the front lines, they figure it out. That's our job in figuring it out. How black people was able to overcome all them cities in town that was being burned down. I can't speak for y'all, but for me, I remember when it was all black businesses in my neighborhood, right? What happened, right? How were these people able to still sustain and survive as tough as it was? Because they always was at us. We were so relentless, we was never, ever giving up. Always black, always pushing forward. But I'm gonna ask you why. Why do you think those people never gave up? You know why they never gave up? Because they believed in the Most High. They believed there will be a better tomorrow. In spite of getting killed, being dismissed, humiliated, stormed the ground up, they never gave up. Now I have a question. I really want to let you all know that it's a question though. Your integration hurt black people? I want you to do it. I mean, I want some ones. Give me some ones. Send me some ones. Do integration hurt people? Black people. Now, I'm just saying hurt. You think integration hurt black people? Hit one of y'all think integration hurt black people. One of y'all think integration hurt black people. Hit one. Hit one of you integration hurt black people. Hit one. Hit one integration hurt black people. Hit one. Hit one integration hurt black people. Hit one. And the reason why y'all ever seen some pictures or anything about what happened back then? Y'all have any idea how it was? Really, I mean, how it really was. I wasn't around. I know I wasn't around. I ain't that old. I had to ask myself, did integration hurt or help us? Now, personally, I do believe it hurt us, right? But when I thought about talking about it, black people still had it bad, right? They had it extremely bad, considering how they destroyed black towns. You know how they just was making it bad for us, right? And how it was really bad in certain neighborhoods that didn't really flourish, and then just was awful. I wonder if there wasn't a disconnect in the black community, could we survive it better? Right? Meaning that even though we lost so much, even though we had been through so much, right? And we had a point now that we have a chance to really just receive some of what they have, but still be on coal and build our community. I wonder we had that mindset integration was going on because, of course, they was able to backdoors and, just wreak havoc, right? But I also think that there was a major disconnect with the black people of the well, I don't want to say, but it was disconnect from the block that was building these towns and building these communities and really was pushing self empowerment with the people that really fought for integration, right? And some probably came from the era. But I personally that could have been possible had we stayed on coal, that we could have did better. And I say that because I think about the leaders they killed, the neighborhoods they destroyed, how we was able to live. It seemed like once we got in the 70s and black people really, really was like focused on individual part that was concerned. I think that in the turnout 70s where 70s going to 80s, black people did this. Like there was no leadership out there in the 70s. Into the nation, more the Black Panther Party, they had nobody really black people we can look up to. Nobody. It took a the nation once on Elijah Muhammad died. It took a minute for him to even get traction. And Jesse just came totally. I just can't think about nobody back then that really kind of really like stood up for the black community, really was really trying in a sense, whereas black people can look up to and say, well, this brother, this that sister. And I just, because whether we want to believe it or not, America always been segregated. Even New Orleans, I'm from New Orleans. New Orleans is segregated. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how much sprinkle of salt. It's still segregated. You got a bunch of blacks in New Orleans. Then you got Joseph Perry with Mary and all that stuff. St. Perry. It's still segregated. The United States is as segregated as it was back then. It's not even as integrated as people may think. It never was even back then. It never was. After World War II, it was a white flight. It was a white flight. So, hold on. Your connection is bad, man. The TV, wow. Hold on. Hey.
The signal, bro.
It's bad?
Yeah, it's like it's real choppy.
Yeah, she.
I think you should rest as soon as you get through your.
Alright.
Sorry about the signal issues. Yes, I'm on hold.
Alright. Hello? I'm sorry, but I thought it was on mute, but I got a phone call. Let me know my signal is horrible. I'm so sorry, y'all. I know I'm on the road. I apologize. I'm gonna try to get through this right quick. But it's always been segregated. I think integration was just a myth. I think it was just something that people really. I believe that black people truly want to try to. Some black people, not all, want to integrate, but a lot of black people stayed away from whites, and it's just still a segregated. I think it was more of an idea than a reality. Of course, the bus thing changed and sharing this and sharing that changed, but at the end of the day, yeah, I know I'm breaking up here. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry about how my signal is breaking up. I apologize, for real. Um, I just feel it's idea. It was only a myth. I mean, it opened, it did create some opportunity here and there for black people, but overall, it was a myth. Did we drop our goals? I believe we really dropped our goals. I really believe that we thought it was gonna be all right. We gotta remember, after World War II, was that white flight went to suburbans and left out the urban. After World War I, where blacks went to urban areas, cities and whatnot, and whites wasn't taking that, right? But it's like, how do we really understand this disconnect, this disconnect with where we at now, right? Now let's talk about some things that I know you already hear about, right? And I know my signal is bad. I don't know what. Look, I want to say something now. Let me say something. Can y'all hear me? Are you hearing me or not? 'Cause I'm getting nervous by knowing the signal is bad. Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? Give me one. How it sound? Hello? Can y'all hear me? All right, cool. Thank you, Ella. Thank you, Ella. Okay. Now, let me say this. Now, I have to talk about the money thing, right? I have to really go there. Like, because I told y'all about the money. I heard it's chopping. I should make it. Dang. Sorry about that, right? I'm really, really sorry. Total distraction. Hold on, I gotta get something. All right, I got it on. I look. Dang, I hate this. Right. I check this out here. Let's get with it. I remember I said about understanding the money credit and people disconnect, and I was just trying to share some historical information about this banks, how people are treated in this country, and of course talk about how blacks are treated so bad, right? Let's get to what I want to talk about, or what I'm about to get into, right? Let's flow with it. Now we got to remember that in 1970, Nixon stopped the gold back in the dollar. It means the dollar don't have no value. It is a value instrument. The Nixon shock was a series of economic measures by United States President Richard Nixon, 1971, response to increasing inflation, the most significant of which were wage and price freezes, subcharges on imports, unilateral cancellation of the direct international convertibility of the United States dollar to gold. While Nixon's action did not formally abolish the existing Bretton Woods system of international financial exchange, suspension of one of its key components effectively rendered the Bretton Woods system inoperative, while Nixon publicly stated his intention to resume direct convertibility of the dollar after reform to the Bretton Woods system had been implemented. All attempts at reform proved unsuccessful. By 1973, the British system was replaced by de facto by the current regime based on freely floating fiat currency. You understand what I'm saying, right? It said fiat currency. So actually, what was actually being said, right, is that see, we're talking about the Bretton Woods system. That was something. It was just dealing with the currency and the value of currency and whatnot. How Europe, Japan, and United States actually was doing a trade with the currency, right? And the dollar that every country, regulate the currency how they want. And most countries would regulate their currency by backing it with something. And they will back it with gold, right? Well, Nixon decided to stop the gold from backing the dollar, making a fiat currency. Look at that word fiat, that means fake. People get saying the dollar about to fall, dollar about to fall. Bad connection again. Wow. Man. Hey, bro. Crazy, man. I was a channel change. I'm using my hotspot. I'm so sorry about this, y'all. Yeah, I'm back. Can you hear me? I'm sorry about this, y'all. I have bad connection. Bad night. Bad night. Can you hear me? Send me a one if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Send a one if you can hear me. Man, horrible night, man. Can you hear me? All right, it's better. I'm about to be charged for that using that Wi-Fi, right? Well, we're going back to what I was saying about the Nixon deal, right? When Nixon has decided to stop the gold from backing the dollar, right? The dollar has no value, right? They call it a Nixon shock. And we have to realize that the dollar is a fake currency because it's not backed by gold no more. It's not even real. And they use fiat currency in this write-up, right? So we have young black people killing each other behind money that's not real. You have people every day swilling and killing themselves behind money that's not real. And you know what's so crazy? We really be thinking that money be printing out on TV, that's money that they actually is just putting out there in the universe. But that's really fake money because it's really computer money. It's not the computers changing. It's changing numbers. It ain't number arithmetic when you look at it, right? They only have the money out there just in case you want money in your pocket. But you already know everything is going to credit card. Some hotels you can't even get. Some things you can't book without a credit card. And when you use a debit card, they tell you you have a $500 deposit. That discourages you from even using money. And see, we don't understand. It's still Gravity Marie. Dang. Wow. Still can't hear me? You can only use it to warm yourself if yeah. Real talk, real talk, real talk, real talk. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all real hear me? Because, dang, can y'all hear me? All right, cool. So we have to be mindful of that, right? So remember I showed you about Abraham Lincoln, right? And they wrote about how banks was doing everything they wanted to do, right? They was creating their own currency. They wouldn't have no regulations, what have you, right? And they went so far as controlling the war, right? And controlling the economy. I'll tell you what David Rockefeller said. He said, I don't care who president, I want to control the currency. Because he control the currency, control the economy. He control the economy, control the government, control the people. We have to understand what's going on here, right? But we fighting, we stealing, we kill each other behind fake money. It's all in your head. This credit stuff, all this dealing with numbers, computers. What's what we're carrying? That's the best thing that happened to any man that has sense. Because this country was built off credit. When I talk about the New Deal, well, you know how to deal with. They don't tell you behind the scenes. They wrote us off as the United States is a corporation. We already know that, right? But we all are independent corporations. Because why? It sounds off to the government. On our birth certificate, the red numbers is marking the buying them is being exchanged. We was the collateral for the bank to rescue the country. But a lot of this is a lot of just Ponzi schemes, a lot of fraudulent, a lot of crazy stuff going on behind the scenes that people don't really understand what's going on because they're not reading and researching, right? So when you look at the situation, how this country went in a recession, right? I showed y'all first how I talked about how Abraham Lincoln was beefing with the bank because he wanted to eventually, we wanted to eventually get control of everything, right? But he wanted to get killed. We know about that. Then you go over to like early 1900 with the Great Recession and all that. That was banks doing it. And then I read through a subpart, but there's some stuff about everything that had would happen, right? And I kind of like didn't want to keep reading why because I guess put the wrong part of the article, right? But I want to say this, that the banks did so much of corrupt stuff during that time was crazy. So much of bad investment stance they do today, the banks was doing back then, right? And create a great recession. And I said to say this year, we don't understand how this go, right? See, people understand why they say it's good to have property, businesses, have some kind of assets, right? Because everything else ain't even what it seemed to be. That's why why you think white folks buying up everything. Why you think people, we have to understand what's going on. See, we've been told, we've been bamboozled, tricked, lied to saying credit is bad. It's bad, we don't know what to do with it. There's a book I'm recommending all y'all need to read this book. If y'all don't know about it, y'all should know. He all over YouTube. He a brother, man. I read the book, audio book, and this book is powerful. I need to read this book, for real. I need to read this book. I'm going to go through it with y'all with it. I need to read this book. Read this book by Richard Roundtree. Book right there. Craig is King. You need to read this book. In this book, he quoted a millionaire saying, the new currency is credit, right? I already showed y'all the dollar is fake. I showed y'all the dollar is fake. Go Google fiat currency. Do that now. You're going to see. Name of the book is Craig is King. Craig is King. I got you right here. Read this book. I got it audio. There's a brother wrote it too. A black dude wrote it too. He's on Amazon too. William Roundtree is a brother. He got it on Google. He got it on YouTube channel. Get this book, Crazy King. He let you know about that John Rockefeller quote came from that book. He don't care who the president is, a politician. He want control the currency. There's also somebody quoted that, like I told you, the new currency is credit. The dollar's obsolete. If you're familiar with Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad, I read all his books, right? He breaks it down in Rich Dad Poor Dad about all this here, right? He talks about it now, but he be saying the dollar crashed. The dollar been crashed. The only way the dollar's able to sustain is footing because our economy is strong, right? And when we be coming out, and you know how they be crunching up and down some places, you can need like $10. It would be $1 American dollar. 10 of their currencies, right? They make $1. Some countries after like 100 currencies make one whatever. A credit gets power lesson. But to make a long story short, you need to check this book out, right? Because you're gonna realize United States dollar is strong because the economy is strong. You gotta realize this country is a bully country. So they take from people and all this. You know, they achieve a lot, right? They achieve a lot by making sure that the United States stay relevant. Even when the dollar is weak, even when the dollar is going through its regressions, right? They make sure some kind of way to sustain it. And I hate to say it, it's survival of the fittest. The strong countries, you know, live off the weaker countries. And that's what's going on in Africa. A lot of these countries live off of other countries. You know, they survive off it. Point blank. If it wasn't for Africa, a lot of these countries wouldn't even survive. But we have to understand what's going on. Now, we got to understand about credit. You're supposed to use credit as leverage, not to be just shopping, going to get all the Gucci bags and all that pride and all that crazy stuff there, and just going crazy with it. You treat yourself. Don't beat yourself. Treat yourself, but leverage it. Flip it. I took my credit and started my online business. Salute. Took my credit, started a little small real estate company. Salute. It can be done. See, we have to stop thinking about things in the sense whereas, oh man, I would mess with credit, man. Man, credit is bad. Look, it's bad when you don't know what you're doing. There's risk in everything, but you can minimize the risk by becoming more informed. And you don't have to rush and do nothing. I kid you not, right? Kid you not. Someone just told me how to get $400,000, right? And somebody now mentions, right? And we communicate. And I'm making phone calls. I'm saying what's up, right? I'm a hustler. I told y'all that, right? And you got to go through a little course or whatever, but I'm all about what? Credit. Look around you. Everything around you is built off credit. Very seldom people even put cash money up unless the investment is just so great that the bank want to take a loan from you or something to kind of have some kind of collateral. And you get enough of properties, that's your collateral right there. It's so many ways to win, right? I'm going to be honest with you. If you never bought a house, that's probably one of the biggest investments you ever probably entertain. Once you get a mortgage, you're in the building. And you pay your mortgage, you're in the building. People understand, people be like, man, I'm gonna use that solvent thing, man. I'm gonna say, cause United States use me as I'm an entity and blah blah blah. Politely talking about whatever. All right, cool. Try to do that and see what these white people tell you. Play their game, learn their game. Learn it. They even play the bankruptcy game. I'm not telling you to play the bankruptcy game. There's so many games out here, right? But I'm trying to tell you is, don't believe the hype. Don't get caught on. Don't get stuck on stupid. I'm telling you, I'm a living proof of this. If you knew me personally, you'd be like, damn, Major, really? Hey, got people I mention though. I ain't say they know about the moves I make. What's going on with me? Almost everything I sign, I'm getting it. That's why I don't want to hear all that what people be talking about. And I ain't no fucking opera agent, excuse my French, and I don't curse like that. I ain't no how agent, I'm a real one, but at the same time, people have to understand that it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And then there's steps to this. There's levels. You know they don't want to see you with it. I can tell them the white folk be mad at me when I be going to these different nice little hotels. You know what I'm saying? Be dressed, what have you. I get off on them. They say, yes, sir, no, sir. I get off on it, I mean, I do it for my ancestors. I think about what they did us, so I be like, yeah, treat like a king. I'm a king anyway, I get off. It feels so good to work and build, right? And then make the right moves and then benefit by treating yourself. Go on your nice vacation. Go somewhere to eat. Go treat yourself here and now. Nothing wrong with that. In the day, it means nothing if I don't teach you all and y'all don't teach somebody else. I told y'all what my freaking hashtag always been. It's gonna always be like that. You know what I'm saying? For real. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Each one teach one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This was all about. Each one teach one. And that's just one of my hashtags. Look at the other hashtag. That's just one of them. Got the other hashtag too now. Turn word into action. We talk too much. I mean, I love how people be hollering. In fact, I love that. But like Jay said, if you was down, you'd be your ass out here right now. But you at home. But I ain't gonna throw that energy out there like that to you. But that's cool with all that. If we're gonna ride and die in, let's do that. But there's so much work to be done in our community. So we can yell in fact, but there's work to be done. And that's point blank. And all that I'm trying to do to you is open your eyes. The game been effed up. White people been messing over white people. But they were been messed over was worse because you know how they feel about us. All this brainwashing on our community, a lot of brainwashing on their community. They really think they're better than these kings and queens. They really think they outdo. They really think we ignorant. Really think all this BS until we show them otherwise. But the problem, we don't know how to stick together. We don't know how to bring it all together and make sense of it as a black nation. As a black nation. So I hope you understand what I'm saying when I'm talking about understanding money cracking blacks. We don't understand the money is fake. The money ain't even real. All that stuff you be saying with at the treasury, this is money. Oh yeah, they printing out dollars. That just look good, man. All this computer money. That's arithmetic. Bank on computer, bank to bank. That's all it is. Credit the same way. But credit is more powerful. You know why? Off my house, they give me all that money from my house, and I'm making it look good. Then he got 200,000. I can give him another 300,000. That's how they think. But you gotta know how to, put the suit on, tie, you gotta go in there and talk that bank language. You gotta show something. You can't go, what's up, dog? You can't be like, you gotta really talk. You gotta really know what to say. It's good to it's good to know what you're gonna do. I won't advise nobody, no credit card, no loan, or nothing. You don't know what you're doing. Be realistic with yourself. Put together a realistic business plan. I'm teaching all that. Just give me a chance. It's gonna be private membership. We're gonna be able to go in there deep. There's a lot of stuff already on YouTube, right? But for me, this is something I'm gonna do because I know it's time for me to start sharing. And it's all about sharing and caring. We said be one first. That's what it's about. I'm not trying to go down like I ain't like a lot of black people. They know something, they learn something, they be scared of shit. Everything I learn, everybody gave me. Even when I learn on YouTube, all that be half-ass. They don't really give you, they don't tell you everything. You gotta find your own way. I learned online stuff watching YouTube. Real estate watching YouTube. But when you actually start your own stuff, whole different story. I've been studying credit, so that wasn't hard for me to understand, right? But the thing about it is, I must really understand how you can become wealthy with credit. You can be a millionaire on paper. You get 3-4 houses, a successful, decent business, you're a millionaire on paper. Like they be saying Jay-Z worked $1 billion. That's just not his cash, all the property and stuff he has and how he invests. So you be on paper. People like, man, I just want to live happy. You can really be a millionaire. It's what you want. It's what you want, how bad you want it. We have to remove the ignorance out of our community and really teach our sisters and brothers. They don't know no better. It's not because people don't want to have good credit and don't want to make moves. They just don't know no better. And the funny part about it, we don't go in the community and teach them. Put some brochures together, some pamphlets, talk to sisters and brothers, show them what's going on. That's what it's all about. Let's talk about the black church. The black church was this group part of the black community. They would lend loans to the black community, right? Lend loans to black businesses, right? Where they are right now. Where the black church at? I need to know where they at. Because right now, stop that. We don't want to do that one. Right now, we really dealing with a situation whereas the black church is invisible in the black community. It's invisible. And that's something that I think we really have to talk about. I can find it. Oh, all right, my bad. Let's talk about the black church. The black church was integral part in the black community. They actually learned money in the black businesses. What happened to that? It didn't got so commercialized where black people throw so much of money in the black church. And I'm not saying they don't help people in the black community. They don't help people in their church. But what I'm learning, what I know, you can donate for years and you need some money. They want to know all your information, right? They want to know what you're doing with your money so for so long. But when they ask you for your money, I don't know. Because I'm not into church like that, right? But the black church, what's going on with the black church? And I really feel like the disconnect with the black community, with credit and money, I have a lot to do with that too, because if you're preaching about what you're preaching about, why are you not sharing vital information? And I'm not just talking about the pulpit, I'm talking about going to communities. Black people need to know how to take advantage of opportunities by knowing that if you get this right, you can get this. And we don't understand that saving is important. But you're really supposed to be saving to invest. Not to just be saving some emergency, saving to invest. Because once you get straight, you don't even worry about all that because you have so much credit. Like me, I don't need no emergency savings. I got so much credit and cash and credit, I'm not even really tripping off that. Because some of their way of thinking about emergency service, I look at it different. Because I understand how the system works. Why am I saying cash and have no damn value? People have $40,000. In 5 years, inflation, eat that up. That value can drop from 40,000, you drop from 30,000, 25,000. Easy. Because guess what? How you regulate the government inflate and deflate, it actually brings disruption sometimes, intentionally. Because you know why? There's too much money and less goods to be sold. And they have to regulate that. That's why I say we don't understand people, we don't understand the government actually controls influence things. When they put down all them excise taxes on China and all that, and how it was affecting the prices, everything was going on, that's a reality. But yeah, the black church is definitely something that's also missing in this situation with black people. And I'm still connected to what I was talking about in the past. I had so much of bad interruptions, I'm kind of thrown to the left. And where the black men at? Where the black men at? You know, like, I mean, we have to stand up. We have to stand up and lead, because I'm calling black men out because I'm a black man, right? And I seen why I dropped the ball many times. Where we at? What we gonna do? If we know better, then we can do better. For us that know, we need to do our part in young black boys' lives in our community. We gotta teach what we know. We can't keep on playing around like someone gonna fall out of school, sky, and everything gonna be all right. Their grandmother's gonna just be like, let's go, y'all, let's get it. The brother gave us a lot, still have a lot to give us. But what we gonna do? Gotta stand up. Gotta be men. Ain't no messing around no more. And lastly, with the black leadership, what's up with the black leadership? What's up with the black leadership? Starting to become a real joke. Say you're black. Say you're a leader. Say you're down for the people. And you know the people suffering. We constantly talking about what needs to be done, as opposed to demonstrating what needs to be done. We talk about what needs to be done, but fail to demonstrate what needs to be done. Show it. We constantly take, and never give back. We wonder why black people won't rock with you. Wonder why black people won't support you. I hate to see everything start with a grassroots movement. It's always a small group of people. And they become large. The reason why I went way back talking about how resilient our people was, because we ain't like that right now. The reason why I talk about way back and talk about Black Wall Street, talk about all the drama went through, they burned up all our black neighborhoods. When they were locking up, all that crazy stuff, black people still had some kind of unity and power. What happened to it right now? You need Grandmaster Jay to get us off our ass and do our thing, right? He did that. What we do next? This is separating a lot of people. The division you see with Grandmaster Jay brought in the black community, he made those who strong, who recognized that he was telling the truth, step up. Those who want some other ish, look how they acting. Because it never was about that. They never was strong. A lot of them commercialize our struggle, really take we going through for granted. And this is not a freaking joke. People actually are poor out here. People actually suffering out here. People actually dying out here. People are actually being misused and played with by white people on jobs. I don't want to watch nobody video talking about it. Show me something like Jay did. And that's all I have to say about that. But what happened to us now? We bragged about how great we was and blah, blah. What's up with us now? That's why all that other stuff sounds good to me, right? It sounds great in words. It's about hashtag turn words into action. We got to start doing that. But I talked about the dialogue of Abraham Lincoln, right? To show you how effed up it was with the banks and stuff. How Farrakhan did some research and spoke about it on Savings Day in Chicago. I don't know when that was, but me and my dad went, bless his soul. And it was 2010, by the way. It was 2010. He spoke about how Abe Lincoln was trying to stop a lot of stuff the banks was trying to do, controlling the war and economy and whatnot, right? And they say probably could kill because of that. I talked about as a result, it trickled down to the Great Depression, how the banks had played a part with that. How we were oxed off as far as citizens, part of the U.S. corporation to banks, whereas now in our birth certificate, we're doing red numbers, bond market numbers, we've been changed on exchange. We all are corporations, what have you, don't know it now, check it out. Like I always talk about the sovereign nation, what have. But make a long story short, right? Then we fast forward to 71 with Nixon and what have you, how he stopped the gold from backing the dollar, right? And how the dollar is a fake currency, nothing backing it, right? And I talked about credit, because I didn't tell y'all about, as soon as he did that, saving became plenty for saving, because you was getting pennies on a dollar, right? You get pennies on a dollar for saving. But you can sign your name on some and shake somebody's hand and get a whole $100,000. So when you put your money in your savings account, I go borrow that money or give me your money. The bank take your money and lend it, and they give you only a few pennies on it. I've got to tell y'all, this jewels I just dropped, right? And I also talk about all black people been through. Like, I mean, Black Wall Street is saying Black Wall Street was a bunch of other black successful places, but Black Wall Street, I did everybody, right? And despite towns and everything getting burned down, despite massive incarceration, despite the hanging, the lynching, I mean, the destruction of the black community, we still survived. But somewhere in the 70s and 80s, it just was people like, whatever. We just went our way, right? You had a few brothers like the Farrakhan, Judge Jackson, talking what have you, but it was the flex wasn't this. Farrakhan had more of a, a connect, but eventually stuff blew up with that, what I'm saying? Whereas it's a little different, but we still love the nation and him, right? But let's make a long story short, the black church same way, like, you've been a part of this, so where you at now? You're ducking, you're doing some other stuff. I said to say this here. We've been brainwashed to believe certain things about the dollar, about credit, about us, a part of America, and how we can grow, right? And we brainwash others saying all kind of crazy shit that's not true, or not really realizing what we gotta do. I challenge y'all. I'm a living testimony, and the minute I'm opening it all up to y'all see what's going on, right? I don't know how long I'll be here. You don't know how long you're going to be here. What side of history you want to be on? It's so much I can say with very little time. The time is now that we stand up. Time is now that we come together. Jay don't have to do nothing for me no more. He showed me the light. He called me out. I'm answering the call. He had to say nothing no more. In fact, I said, we know what we got to do. And yeah, join in fact, yeah, support Jay. Yeah, die for bro. But right now, dude ain't exist. In fact, what you going to do? Stop putting yourself in a position where you need somebody to call you out. We know they put drugs in our community. We know they put guns in our community. We know they took jobs out of the community. We know they beating us. They've been beating us and killing. We know this. We know we're being miseducated. We know politically they're not respecting our vote. They're not respecting our voice because we don't respect ourselves. In order to give respect, excuse me, I'm moving fast. I'm sorry, y'all. Got emotional because it's on my mind, y'all. But we don't understand. We gotta respect ourselves for somebody else respect us. I did a vibration about respect, right? You can't expect nobody to respect you and respect yourself. And we have failed to respect ourselves. And that's why they keep doing what they're doing. But soon Jay come on the scene, you know what I'm saying? Everything kind of changed, right? But I'm just saying that we have to understand what's going on. And that's basically it. Like, I got all wrapped up into all this here. But let me go through y'all comments. Let me let y'all go to bed. And first and foremost, I wish I would have shared it, but I started kind of late on live. But thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all so much for the love and support. Y'all don't have to even be rocking with me, but y'all rocking with me because y'all know I'm a real one. Let me go through y'all comments because it's getting late, y'all, and I had all kind of issues and stuff like that. Deborah says, shalom, shalom, sister. Shalom made in the family, for real, for real. Aaron Alamo, true, the banks trying to use credit to control the people. Who controls the money controls the narrative. Gary said, if Grandma Z didn't make you proud of a black man, the brainwashing is strong. Real talk. D. Marie, how you doing? Shalom, brother, at Made TV and Black Family. Shamika said, yes, it was striving. They did it with the less what they have today. Real talk. Bones 1313, they have been trying to rid us of for us a long time. We ain't going nowhere. We are the original. Real talk. Real talk. Gary said, it's no secret that CIA put drugs in the city. Yes, indeed. That's been definitely established. I see y'all chopping on I see y'all chopping on my crappiness on my internet. Sorry about that. Troop and Troop. Grandma J interview on Morning Joe. Who else saw it? I heard it, but I didn't see it. I didn't see it at all. The Reese said, at Major TV, seem like you have a lot of valuable information for us, but we can barely hear you. I'm so sorry. You know I'm on the road. I'm not home. In there, much better. The real true Shana. DI currency, fake money, real talk, real talk. So freaking fake. So freaking fake. Real talk. Gary said, doing a great job, made the TV. Big road, good connection. Straight. Uncle Father Crown said, it's better on money now, video and audio is clear. I'm glad. I'm really glad. I had it bad. I ain't allowed to panic for a second. Trooper said, Trooper in the building. And when you buy a house, it's a so-called loan, but the bank really doesn't give you money. You give the bank money when you pay off the so-called loan house. It's all a game, real talk. But guess what? Play the game and stay on top. You guys can, but you control the property. You can rent it, you can sell it, and what have you. Look, fair share no robbery. Let's Smith, repair your credit. There are programs to help. It's called Sacrifice so you can get through the program. You already know. Oscar for the Crown said the church has been a detriment to the black people, and I stand on that. Steven Satcher, what about insurance literacy? I did do something about I haven't talked about insurance, what have you, but I did do something about clean your house up. As you want, clean your house. Make sure you clean your house up if you want to win as a black people. And I talk about insurance. Yeah, I did talk about that. But financial literacy is very important. When I speak about personal finance, I'm speak about insurance. Can I say financial literacy? I'm sorry. Insurance literacy, I'm going to speak about that, my personal finance lecture I'm going to do. You know, it's going to be on more of a private type setting on YouTube. All right, boys say, real talk. The real true Trying to say preach. Stevens said life insurance can create tremendous amount of wealth in black communities. Real talk. You need to come on my channel, brother. You need to come on the channel, talk to us, educators. Which I'm very familiar with insurance. I'm quite sure a lot of you all too. On the cause of crime, drugs was a huge factor also. Yes. Steven said, I work insurance. Every time I educate a consumer, I believe is of color, they pay more money for better coverage. For years, the community underinsured. Come on and share with us, man. Whenever you want to come on, just let me know. He said, systemic racism is insurance that is not recognized because the insurance industry doesn't care. I believe personally that insurance industry is nothing but a Ponzi scheme, my personal opinion. Nothing but a Ponzi scheme, man. So when people make claims, they don't want to pay them and they want to raise your insurance even if you're not wrong. Even if you're in the right. I'm going to go to Gary right quick. Gary. Much love, man. It's okay to be excited. It's real. Yeah, man, I get caught in the morning, but you know, I'm an emotional brother, man. You know what I'm saying? Very passionate thing. Home and peace, tranquility. Good job educating, discussing early President Moon. Excuse me. Good job educating, discussing the earlier present money banking system. Yeah, I'm trying to bring stuff in context. I'm so sorry. I kind of rushed the content. I kind of panicked because my connection was just breaking up bad. I ready to tap out on y'all. And I do a raw content that comes from me. I do a little research and writing and whatever, put stuff together, but it just hit my spirit. I talked to somebody, so I'm gonna talk about this. You know. But anyway, y'all, thank you so much for everything. I really, really apologize for what happened tonight with my connection. I am on the road. I be trying to avoid bumping heads with other brothers and sisters that's in the fight with me. Sometimes we bump heads out live. And as you can see, I'm not probably gonna do this no more. We're gonna charge them for using the internet, you know, on my phone, what have you. But I appreciate everybody tuning in. I appreciate the love and support. Y'all been so beautiful to me, you know what I'm saying? And I can't do this without y'all, and I want y'all to know that. This, it's so easy for me to just get on here and be talking to you all about how I feel about this, how I feel about that. But seem like the more I just engage, the more y'all engage with me, it just smooths the whole experience out. I love the vibration. I love the fact that we are a family in this thing. It's not like we are not a family. I just appreciate y'all. I wanted to tell y'all to share this, but cool. But share it. You know what I'm saying? Share this video, like it. I appreciate y'all like it. I haven't did live in a minute, so I'm definitely getting my footing back and what have you. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. You know, I drop raw content on my lives. Sometimes I'm structured, you know. I do recordings every once in a while, but I'm really about the black community. If you want to know anything about Made TV, go to my very first video I did about Grandmaster G. And I was really trying to find myself, my footing, how I wanted to live in and how I wanted to show the black community that, hey, I'm a part of the fight. I'm part of the struggle, you know. But y'all just super, you know. Got nothing but love for y'all. Y'all please stay focused. Y'all stay on code and just be black. Peace.